Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. This is going to be the July reading for Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as always. So, guys, just a few things before we get into the actual cards for you guys this month. We had the new moon in Cancer last night, so it's Cancer season. It is a fellow water sign season, so a lot to do with emotions and feelings this month too for you as well as Cancer. Cancer season energies. It's all about the home, family, friends, the home environment. Those bonds and those relationships that you hold dear. Strengthening those, bonding those, ironing out anything that has been kind of delaying or kind of blocking those. A focus on that this month with Cancer season. Cancer season is also about nurturing the self, so taking time to fill up your own cup, check your health, pamper a little bit, take time for you, recharge your energies, that sort of a thing. And also in terms of two energies that we have kind of coinciding with Cancer season this month, releasing old insecurities. So shedding skin of old things that don't serve you in terms of your insecurities, your confidence, things like that, things that you've kind of used up until this time. And also then rejigging or reassessing your goals. So taking a look at things that you kind of put into place for yourself maybe, or goals that you're aiming towards and manifesting towards in the last kind of 6 months, and really kind of take a look at those and tweaking certain things, changing certain things, and adapting things to what kind of fit the current situation, and then so that you can kind of move forward with those in a better way for the next 6 months of the year. So there's definitely especially with the eclipses happening this month as well. We've got two of them. One was last night on the new moon. We've got another one then at the end of the month. I think it's on the 17th of July, but I could be wrong with that date. Nevertheless, there are two eclipses this month, and we had two eclipses at the start of the year in January. So for a lot of you, you could have had major shifts happening in January. This is now happening again, kind of halfway through the year. Very poignant that it's halfway through the year as well. And it's the eclipses in Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn would have been in January as well. So there's a double link to the eclipses in January there. So whatever kind of was maybe shifting and kind of changing for you, maybe in January, it might be resurfacing and kind of having, that might be resurfacing and things might be rejigging for you this month. For others of you where things may not have shifted so much or changed so much in January, they may be starting to do that now, okay? But nevertheless, there is a connection, okay? So with the eclipses, there's very much a shedding, okay? There's a shedding of old things, a kind of like, it's almost like a clearing the deck or a reset almost, okay? For a lot of Pisces, you would have felt that in January. You may have had major changes or major shifts in terms of your structure or where your life was at, or things within your life, certain situations that happened to you in January where things took a major shift out of the blue. So that might be kind of happening for you guys again this month, and for all the signs. But that's what eclipses do. They kind of shake it all off, shake off all the stuff that's not serving you, and kind of like check you back in with, no, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Get back on that horse and go that direction. If you know what I mean. It's kind of like you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be doing this. Okay, so get back to this. So that's the kind of energy of eclipses. Okay, so there's that. And then we have Mercury retrograde. Yay! Mercury retrograde. That can sometimes mean hold-ups, setbacks, things going wrong, delays. It can mean kind of things going wrong with fine-printed kind of contracts, technology issues, lots of that sort of thing. So things that can kind of just go wrong or have a little bit of a, a setback or a delay or something like that. There's a lot of that this month, okay? I think it's for 3 weeks, I think, Mercury Mercury goes retrograde. I could be wrong with that, but it definitely, it starts on the 8th of July. So a few days before that and after, because, you know, time is fluid, it can kind of permeate around those days. So just be mindful and careful about, you know, things that you're doing around that time. If you're traveling, double check all your arrangements. If you are signing contracts, you know, just really make sure you read the fine print. If you can delay signing a contract, it's usually better till after Mercury retrograde. But, you know, if you can't, just make sure you really take time to contemplate what it is that you're signing and read all the fine print as well. Okay, so just be really mindful about what you're doing around those dates as well. So those are the energies of the month. Let's get into your reading specifically, Pisces. So I was meditating your energy before I came on camera, as I always do. And the messages that I got for you were that you're getting clearer on things, okay? Or one thing specifically, or a series of things. You're getting clearer, okay? You're throwing out the old things that don't serve you anymore, and you're really kind of getting clear on what it is that you want, and where you want to go and the direction you want to take, okay? So you're really getting clarity on that this month. And not only that, but you need to be, you are balancing out your emotions this month, okay? And for you being a fellow water sign in Cancer season, which is all, you know, a water sign itself, and it being very watery, those emotions and feelings are going to be around this month, okay? And so you're kind of sharing in that kind of water energy whereby you're balancing out your emotions, okay? Which is good for you, because I think there's been a lot of kind of tricky situations in the last 6 months where you've been really having to kind of figure out how you feel about certain things. And there's still been a little bit of haziness or a little bit of confusion as to where, you know, how you feel about something specifically. So there's a balancing out of that this month, okay? And that's really needed because it's halfway through the year, and then you're able to kind of move forward with more clarity on a situation or certain situations and how you feel about them for the next 6 months. So it's a good and positive energy that you're doing that this month, okay? So let's get into it. And see what's in store for Pisces for July. My wee fellow fishes, love it. Okay, so let's have a little look. What does Pisces need to know for July, please? What does Pisces need to know for July? What does Pisces need to know for July? What does Pisces need to know for July, please? What does Pisces need to know for July? What does Pisces need to know for July, please? What does Pisces need to know for July? Pisces need to know for July, please. Oh, okay, yep. Okay, does Pisces need to know for July, please? Yeah, one more card. There we go. Okay. Okay, so guys, as always, I'm just going to take a few minutes to take a look at the cards and put the messages together for you guys. You don't need to wait for me. If you want, you can skip on ahead to when I actually start the actual reading. But let me just put them together for you. So, okay, so guys, underlying energy, you have the 5 of Cups in reverse, you had the Hierophant, the King of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles, okay? So the energy that I'm kind of getting, and the intuitive message I'm getting from these cards, is that you are leaving something behind, okay? And it's in the reverse. So the intuitive message I'm getting with this being in the reverse is that you're really leaving something behind now, okay? It's not that, you know, in the upright, yeah, you were, you know, you're kind of crying over spilt milk before and you didn't see these 2 of Cups. That energy is reversing now. You're starting to see those 2 of Cups, and you're walking away from that kind of like spilt milk or kind of spilt energies or emotions or feelings kind of energy. You're walking away from that and you're seeing those 2 of Cups. You're realizing what it is that you still have, okay? So if there's a tough situation recently or in the last 6 months, I definitely feel like it's speaking towards that. You're noticing those 2 cups and you're kind of going with what, you know, realizing what you actually still have. Okay. The Hierophant in reverse, I feel like there is, what am I getting from this? you've been battling through certain things. I feel like this has got the Hierophant's all to do with like higher societies, like governments, law, third level education, religious societies and groups and spirituality and that, higher learning, it's all to do with that. I feel like with this card, there is an essence or a kind of feeling of you've been trying to get somewhere with moving something forward, but in terms of like something higher, whether that be maybe going back to university, or whether it's maybe trying to start a business or getting in touch with your spirituality kind of more. You've been trying to manifest that and trying to do that, but there's been holdbacks. It's being in the reverse, there's been setbacks, there's been delays, there's been a bit of confusion, or for some reason it hasn't been kind of moving forward for you. So I feel like that's kind of a past energy that's kind of starting to take a turn this month, especially with the eclipses. I feel like this is gonna shift for you, but it's in the reverse, and I feel like it's past energy. So I feel like there has been delays or setbacks or halts with that. Okay. The next card we had out then was the King of Swords. So he's firm. He's sitting there in his throne. He's kind of not cold. Sometimes he can be taken as cold, but I feel like this is almost like your energy this month. It's like you're not taking any bullshit anymore. It's like you're suddenly realizing, hey, no, I've done a lot, I've done a lot for people in the past, and I put up with a lot of stuff, in the last little while or in the last couple of years or whatever it may be. I put up with a lot recently, and I've always kind of maybe done things for others, but no, I am actually a king now. I am, I'm holding that king kind of energy. I'm in my throne, I'm in my seat, and I'm driving my life wherever I want it to be. Okay, I ain't taking no bullshit anymore. Okay, I'm not taking no shit. Okay, with that kind of strong swords kind of energy, it's like this is the direction I am going, if you know what I mean. So it's strong, it's stable, it's like there's thoughts and logic behind it. You're not just going with like the emotions like a lot of Pisces kind of have been. We're very intuitive, we're very kind of watery, emotional kind of sign, yes, of course, but then when we need to kind of take action, when we need to really be ballsy about things, we take the swords energy and we really cut through, and we really, we're good at cutting things out in our life if they're no longer serving us for good. We will give and give and give and give and give until that certain moment where the penny drops and we're a little bit like, no, hang on a second, it's not serving me, cut it out. And you do. So I feel like you're taking on that energy this month where you're not taking any bullshit anymore. And then you're kind of, with the Three of Pentacles there, it's all about by building. So core foundations in life, home, family, finances, jobs, security, bonds with kind of family and friends, all those sorts of things. You're starting to build into that again. Okay, so you're starting to build up those things for yourself. You're working with people to kind of build that for yourself. It's the foundation of a building. Okay, so you're building you're kind of giving energy now to building your own foundations again. Okay, so that's the underlying energy for you. Okay, now let's get into the main reading. So Pisces, you may have been having to hold on to things quite tightly for some time. Okay, this could be to do with a job situation. It is coins. It could be career, finances, like I said, but it could also be to do with home environment, family and friends, all of that thing, those sorts of things. So you could have been having to hold on to things quite tightly recently. Whether it be finances, if you haven't had enough money flowing through your life at the moment, whether it be a job that you kind of not been sure of, or possibly not been feeling like you were all heart in it, if you know what I mean. If like your heart wasn't in this job, you might have been kind of yearning for something more. You might have been feeling like the pennies were a bit tight in recent kind of months. You might have been trying to balance out kind of your finances. You might have been trying to balance out your work and home life. And feeling like that was a little bit tight or tighter than you wanted it to be. Okay, for some of you, you could have been trying to balance out being, you can see like there's all these kind of buildings and that in the background. So you could have been trying to balance out, a city life with possibly home life, which was somewhere outside of a city, or kind of maybe trying to figure out, whether or not you want to be in the city or whether you want to be in the country. For some of you, that's just for a very small amount of you. I'm getting that. Just as a kind of intuitive message there. It's like, do I go for the job or do I go for my home environment kind of thing? So yeah, for others of you, I feel like you could have been trying to figure out whether or not whether you're trying to build maybe some, or put away or save some sort of money to be able to move. You may be wanting or feeling like you want to move home, change of environment, with the coins being home. Home environment, core kind of foundations. So, but you may not have had enough money to be able to do that, or you might be trying to save money to do that. Okay, so that's just for a small group of you anyway. So you've been trying to kind of, hold on to your money as much as you can, or your home environment, or, all those things as much as you can, but there's been a little bit of a pinch there, okay? Never fret, because with all the eclipses that are coming in this month, you've got the World card, okay? Now, the World card for me is a card that, whether it comes up in the upright or the reverse, it really does not make a difference. To me as a reader, that's how I read it, okay? There are a few cards in the deck that kind of are that for me, and this is one of them, okay? So, the World, the snake that eats itself, okay? So it's almost like you're coming full circle. And with those eclipses this month, mirroring the eclipses, in Capricorn season, so the eclipses this month are in Capricorn, okay? They are mirroring the eclipses that happened in January, which was Capricorn season, okay? So, for a lot of you, when those eclipses happened in January, okay, there was a massive shift, like I was saying earlier, for some of you. I feel like this is now coming full circle, and there's a massive shift again, okay? Now, for some of you, I feel like those shifts in January could have been a massive shake up in terms of slightly negatively, okay? Things that hit you out of the blue that you were not expecting. This eclipse season, I'm feeling like that kind of is coming full circle. And this eclipse season is going to be a much more positive kind of eclipse for you, in terms of really pushing you out of your comfort zone, yes, because that's what eclipses do, but in a positive way, because you're like I said, you're getting clearer on things now, Pisces, and it's really pushing you to kind of move forward, with your life in a really positive way. And I feel like it's almost like a slingshot, where it's like kind of pulling you back at the start of January, the start of the year. It was kind of like pulling you back and getting you ready for these energies. And now that the eclipse season is here, by the end of this month, it's just going to let go, and you're going to go, you know what I mean? So it's like you're really pushing you forward. And I really, really like that for you. It's coming for full circle. The reason I say that as well, not only did you have this World card, which is beautifully positive and really, really abundant. There's a strong energy with that. I'm feeling it really strongly here. Not only did you get that, but the next card you had out then was the 1111 card, or what I call the 1111 card, okay? So the Four of Wands. That's, a lot of people call this the 1111 card, or this kind of the life path card, because it's to do with 1111, which is a very powerful number in terms of like being on the right path, or being on the right life path, okay? So it's like you can see it's like they've got the garlands here. There's celebration. There's people celebrating abundance and passion. There's lots of yellow and kind of positive kind of colors. And it's a gateway, okay? It's a gateway. So you're walking through that gateway towards new and positive things, okay? Towards celebration, towards happiness, towards abundance, towards positivity, okay? So you are on the right life path with these eclipses coming full circle, and you gaining that clarity this month. You are on the right track with that beautiful energy. This could not feel more strong for me right now, okay? So I really want you to just soak that in, Pisces. All the shit that you may have been going through in the last couple of years, and I'm feeling this really strongly, and it's actually making me a little bit emotional. Again, Pisces, I'm an emotional person, but whatever this is that's turning around in your favor for you guys this month, it's really beautiful, okay? Things are starting to take an upper turn in your life, okay? So whatever shit you've been through in the last couple of years, months, weeks, whatever it is, those things are really turning for you, and there's a massive abundance coming here for you. And I don't feel like you're going to actually believe it. I feel like it's almost like something that you felt intuitively for a long time. You felt that maybe that something was going to turn, but you haven't known what it is. This month is the start of that kind of catapult, like I said, that, okay? That's beautiful. There's a huge, huge energy of abundance here, okay, in that, all right? Now, the next card you had out was the Hermit in reverse. So you're coming out of that Hermit energy. You've had that time, that was the last 6 months or whatever it was, or those last couple of years where you've been having to be in Hermit mode and really kind of being almost behind the scenes, or kind of shying away from things, or kind of taking a back seat with things, and kind of just like surveying things and trying to put things together in your own head. You've been doing that for a long time. You've been in hermit mode. You've been trying to focus on what it is that you want, or that light that's there, that light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. And it's been going on for so long, and it's starting to kind of come through now. You're coming out of that hermit energy for good, for a very long time, I feel. Okay, you're coming out of that kind of long-term hermit energy. Okay, that's coming out now, and you're kind of turning towards this kind of new life path. Okay, with that World card coming in. Okay, I feel definitely this month, the next card you had out was reconciliations. Well, the Six of Cups card. Okay, I call it the reconciliation card, because there's like, when I get this card, it feels like a lot of reconciliations are happening. So especially with it being Cancer season, it being, you know, about home, family, and friends, there could be a lot of people kind of coming back into your life that you haven't seen in a long time. You know, emotions and feelings, people getting together, celebrating. You know, you're reminiscing on childhood times. You know, you can see like those two children are sharing a cup there of emotions and feelings. They're talking and telling stories, you know. So there's a real connection of maybe with family and friends this month, where you're going over old times, reminiscing, realizing just how much abundance and how much beauty in those flowers and those cups that you have already in your life. And you're really kind of feeling the love this month, Pisces. Okay, you really are. And that's beautiful, because that's helping you to kind of realize and kind of come full circle, and helping you to realize what you already have in your life. Okay, you know, helping you to kind of bring in this kind of abundance and this celebration kind of energy, and moving you towards that as well. Okay, for some of you, like I said, for the majority of you, it is family, friends, home environment. You know, that kind of emotions and feelings of kind of really nurturing yourself via those people. And I feel like you're not draining your energies this month into those family and friends and those connections. It's more like you're kind of feeding from them. It's building up, it's filling up your cup this month. Okay, and that's beautiful with the Cancer season energy of, you know, nurturing yourself. So that fits well with that. For a few of you, this could be reconciliation to do with a relationship. Okay, now this could be a relationship that has been maybe happened, or maybe you kind of broke up maybe in the last 6 months, because there is 6 cups here. Okay, or where it was a relationship where they're either now two situations: a relationship that may have had a very beautiful balance, where there's a balanced. Because it's 6, it's 3 and 3, okay? There could have been a beautiful balance between you and this other person, but for some reason it didn't work out, okay? Or a beautiful bond between you and this person, but it didn't work out. For others of you, it could have been like there was an imbalance almost between something that they were trying to work on, or a situation that they were dealing with, and how you were feeling about the connection, or things that you were going through. So there was a beautiful bond there, but just there was very different situations kind of going on for both of you at the same time. And so because of that, it didn't work out. Nevertheless, there, like I said, there are 2 groups of you there. It either balanced out and bonded, or it didn't. But for whatever reason, I feel like either 6 months, 6 years, 6 weeks, or even half of that. So 3 months, 3 years, you know, I feel like there could be a reconciliation for you this month, whereby that person comes back into your life, and there's either a balancing out of emotions, whereby, you know, maybe you sit down and you really reminisce about what you've had, you know, how you felt, and, you know, the emotions that you had, and you really kind of get to clear the slate and really kind of just feel in love with this person, and you wipe, you know, any negativity that was around between the two of you. You wipe that clean, and it's you know, you're able to then kind of form a new kind of bond with this person, whether that be emotion, you know, whether it be sort of in a platonic way with in terms of a friendship going forward, or whether that be in terms of reconciling in terms of a relationship, and you know, either way, I feel like it's a very positive kind of outcome that the two of you have together. Okay, so that's beautiful. So the last card we had out, guys, and this is amazing because it falls underneath the World card, which was your second card, falls underneath that, but also it means very much similar kind of energy to the World card. Okay, the last card you had was I can't even get my words out, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that, again, beautiful, abundant, forward, positive movement for you guys. And like I said, that wheel is turning. You're starting to see things clearly. Things are moving forward for you, moving positively into the next 6 months. All that shit that you were kind of going through before, you're leaving that behind. Okay, you're leaving all that shit behind. You know, you're coming out of that hermit energy. Okay, the world is kind of here for your taking now. You're stepping into that kind of like new path, that life path of abundance, that, you know, passion, that action, that you know, that life path, that correct life path for you. You're stepping into all of that. You're feeling the love. You're balancing out your emotions, like I said. You're feeling abundant. You're feeding yourself. You're filling up your cup. You know, you're nurturing yourself. You're shedding those old insecurities. You're shedding all those old situations, okay? And you're really kind of building towards your future. The wheel of fortune is turning for you, okay? The winds have turned, okay? And you are sailing in a more kind of clear and concise direction, and there's positivity all around for you, okay? I feel like like I said, those last few years of energy are just shifting completely, and this is like a whole new perspective on life for you guys. So I couldn't say more. The abundance is just beautiful in this reading. It really, really is, and I'm super excited because I'm a Pisces. And I definitely feel those energies. You know, those energies are really resonating with me. So please let me know if those energies are resonating with you. Please let me know. Tell me your stories. Let me know how it's resonating and how things are working out for you, because it's just beautiful to hear, okay? Anyway, I'm going to do some oracle cards for you guys first before we go. So let's have a little look at the Moonlogy deck. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know for July, please? Oh, that was quick. Okay, and you got 3. They shot out together in a uniform, okay? So I'm going to take the 3. So, first one you have out is, yeah, absolutely. So, first one you had out was, what do you need to release? And like I said, you are releasing this month. You're coming out of that hermit mode. You're releasing all those shit. The world is turning. The world is kind of coming in for you. The wheel of fortune is turning. So yeah, you're getting rid of a lot. You're shedding old insecurities and old kind of issues, okay? You're releasing, okay? That's beautiful energy. Second card you had out was balance spirituality with practicality, and that's the sign of Pisces, okay? Full moon in Pisces, your own sign. You're definitely doing that, you know, the yin and the yang. You're balancing out your emotions and feelings about things. You're balancing out your old insecurities about things. You're, balancing out, your kind of goals, or adapting your goals with the Cancer season energy. So yeah, you're balancing out your spirituality and your practicality, how your spiritualness, and then how you can kind of apply that in the 3D kind of physical world as well, and in your own life. So you're doing that. And then the last one is, luck is on your side. And like I said, with the World card, with the Wheel of Fortune, with the 4 of Wands, you really can't, and then the Hierophant as well. Like I said, that energy was going to be starting to shift into the upright for you. With all those cards, all that abundant energy and all that that shifting kind of energy, it's coming full circle for you, like the abundance is here. Luck is on your side. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay? Love it. I really, really love it. It's such good energy. This is probably one of the best readings I've done ever for Pisces so far. I love it. I'm so excited. It's making me excited. Okay. So that's the Moonlogy deck. Okay, I'm gonna pull, just with all this kind of abundance of kind of love and kind of, emotions and feelings and that kind of coming in, I really feel it's important to kind of do a love card. Okay, so Doreen Virtue, Romance Angels. I think it's Doreen Virtue. I might be getting that wrong. No, I'm right. Yeah, Doreen Virtue. Anyway, let's have a little look. So, okay, what does Pisces need to know for July, please? What does Pisces need to know for July? Yeah. Oh, 3 cards again. Okay, so there's obviously messages here for you guys. You're getting 3 of each oracle card. Okay, and like I said, okay, so again, sorry, just to kind of pick up on the numerology of this, okay, like I said, you were balancing, there's that 6 there, if it's to do with a relationship or family or friends or whatever it is. It was either 6 months ago, 6 weeks ago, 6 years ago, or possibly half of that, 3, okay? Like I was saying, the card spread that I do for you guys is always 6 cards for your main reading, okay? 6 cards. The oracle cards that came out for you, 3 Moonlogy cards, and 3 love cards, okay? So definitely there's connection there, okay? Read into that or resonate it how you will, okay? Let's have a little look. So, yeah, absolutely. Okay, this card, with these cards, yeah, and this card, let me see, romantic feelings, okay? Your feelings are real and worth exploring, okay? Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, clearly, okay? Taking no bullshit, clearly, clarity, clear thinking, okay? And then true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So you have romantic feelings very soon and true love, okay? Coupled with this, and that on top. Guys, honestly, that abundance is like top level. I really feel it. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, cool. I'm gonna end the reading there. That has been your July reading, guys. I hope it resonated and I hope you liked it. I certainly did, being a Pisces. I have Pisces 4 times in my chart, so I am Pisces all over the place. So I'm looking forward to the month of July. Hopefully I will enjoy the energies. I hope you guys do too. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please, guys, if you haven't already, click the link below. Also, guys, I have a little bit of merch out for Mother Moon. So if you want to check that out or you want to buy any of it, take a look in the link below. It's in the description box. So check that out. And that's it, guys. I hope you have a wonderful month. I really, really do. Lots of love, and I will see you guys in August. Okay. Mwah. Bye.